Alright, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night to everyone around the world at this time. It's the morning for me. But this video here is a very special video because we are celebrating 100 subscribers today. And what I'm doing for that is that I am going to go into depth on all the friends that I play with and what's been going on in my life recently. All while there's gameplay in the background that you get to watch of me and my friends that I'm going to explain just messing around. So, let's go ahead and get into that. And no, I'm not using the comforter this time, so it's going to sound a little more echo-y. You can hear more sounds in this room aside from just my voice. Because I'm tired and it's hot in here and I don't want to do that. But anyways, so let's go ahead and start with Freezing Sin. Something about Freezing Sin is he is my blood-related cousin. Me and him, we grew up together. So that's one of the main reasons the four of us know each other. Is because I introduced Nate to him, and he introduced us to Shattuck. And on the topic of Shattuck, that is Sin's boyfriend. Yeah, both of them are guys. They are gay. Congratulations to them. Happy Pride Month and all that. I say it like that because, again, I'm tired. I'm doing this off the top of my head. I don't have a script. I don't do scripts. But anyways, trying to think about some more things about Sin. Right, okay, so he is a really good friend of mine, and only recently, because yeah, he's my cousin and a really good friend of mine, and only recently has he been, I guess, learning to be more cooperative. Because you see, he grew up with a sister that has spina bifida and autism. So with that, his parents were always, you know, very protective, which is entirely understandable. But that also means that he really got whatever he wanted. And Sin, I'm sorry for sharing all this, but I have to. It's part of you. It's part of what you grew from who that person was, okay? You grew from that person. You're a much better person now. And it's necessary to know what happened then for them to know you now. He grew up, and he is becoming a much better person. That is a really good thing about him, is that he actually has decided to listen. Excuse me. Alright, now coming off of the personal stuff, the way that Sin likes to play the games that we play. With Siege, as I explained in the first video with him, he's good at the game, he knows it, he gets cocky way too much. With Helldivers, he listens pretty well, and he dies pretty often, usually because of me. But in Dead by Daylight, he is a mix. He does loot the killer sometimes he'll just stay on Jins. It depends on if we need him doing one thing or the other, or if he's just feeling cocky. But overall, he is very fun to play with. So, now we're going to move on to Shattuck. Alright, I don't know very much about Shattuck because I only met him like this past year. I've known him for like a year and a half, maybe two. I don't know, I haven't been keeping count. All that I know about Shattuck is that him and Sin, they met through a group of friends and just decided that they were going to date. I don't know exactly how that went. I was not there for that conversation. I just remember that one day he added Shattuck to our Discord. I was like, hey guys, look, this is my friend Shattuck. We got into a call. I was like, oh, okay, hi, how's it going? He was like, oh yeah, that's my boyfriend. I'm sorry, what? But that's about how that went. It was fun. But Shattuck, he is a great guy. You see, recently I've had a lot of stress on my plate. I haven't been having a great time exactly, hence the lack of videos. But we were playing Siege one night, and Nate, he said something, and my patience wore thin, and the one that diffused the situation was Shattuck. Not gonna go too in detail about that, but that happened, and Shattuck was able to defuse the situation. Yeah. Oh, it's raining. But yeah, that happened. But one thing that I want to say is, I'm sorry, Shattuck, that we have made it where you feel like you have to join every single call because of that. We're good. Everything's alright. But, anyway. Outside of that, he's really fun to talk to. Really fun to play games with. You see, the way he plays Siege, he does it exactly how I do it. In a stupid manner. It's hilarious. He's really fun to play with. Because we just do the dumbest stuff imaginable. Like having the four of us stuffed into a bathroom stall with shotguns, which we somehow have won with before. I actually put that in one of my videos. We called that Operation Don't Drop the Soap. I don't know why, that was his idea, you'd have to ask him. But it was funny, so who cares? Anyways, the way that he plays Dead by Daylight, same thing as Kane, but he's a lot more funny when he's looping the killer. Anyway, then when we got these, when we're playing Helldivers, me and him have a lot of fun pushing each other around and killing each other. It's fun. But let's see what else. I think that's about all I've got for Shattuck at the moment. Aside from the fact that he is just a really good friend. So now we're going to go on to Nate, who I can ramble on a little while longer because I've known him for almost 7 years. Anyways, now you see, first what I'm going to talk about is how I met Nate. I was outside with my brother at the time. We just so happened to live on the same street. Didn't know him. I wasn't a very social kid. I never have been a very social person. But I was running my head into a mailbox next to my brother when he saw us. He was riding his bike around, and he came over, talked to my brother a little bit, and we've been friends ever since. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting little story. And just like every friendship, there's been ups, there's been downs. But, you know, we have still remained friends despite all those ups and those downs. We are still the best of friends. And if anyone were to talk shit about him, I would absolutely say some very rude things. Let's see. Something about Nate. Similar to Sin, Nate does have a brother, but his brother is autistic, so he grew up more as a only child, and he was a more social kid because he didn't have anyone to do anything with. And you know, I didn't know him when he was like really young, so I can't speak much on it. But I will say that we did have a lot of fun when we were younger. And in these past couple of years, as in like the past 4 years, things have been real fun. Like, I think it was either 2023 or 2024 that we went to a concert held by the band AJR. That was the first concert I'd ever gone to, and it was really fun. I had a great time. It was really fun. You see, me and him, we've done plenty of things. We know each other. We've known each other. We know I know what he likes. He knows what I like. He knows things that piss me off. I know things that piss him off. Also, sorry, I have a really runny nose right now. I don't know why. But yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, of course there are those times where we'll piss each other off. Usually doesn't go that far, but when stuff like that happens, we just take some time. Sometimes we don't talk to each other for a few days, and then when we do start talking to each other again, nothing changes. Still best friends. But yeah, Nate, he is a really good friend of mine. He has helped me with so many things, and honestly, I would not be the person that I am today without him. So, Nate, my friend, no, that's not even fair, my brother, thank you. So, now that we've... Oh wait, I gotta talk about how he is with games. My bad, I almost forgot. So, when Nate plays Siege, he is very pessimistic about everything. All the time. Constantly. You see, when he first got the game, he was like, he was all talk about, hey, we're gonna play ranked, we're gonna get so high up in ranked, and we're gonna play it so much, and then we play a couple games of ranked. I don't want to play ranked no more. We're gonna lose our rank. So that's fun. But when he plays, like I said, he's very pessimistic about everything, and though we've tried to convince him that it's fine, like he'll play it with us, of course. Sometimes his PC right now is having issues. That's why there's not a lot of clips with him. But he's really good at the game. He can aim very well. He has like the best aim that I have seen in a long time playing that game. And he constantly acts like he's bad at the game if he messes up once. Which I've tried to tell him a million times. You're not bad at the game. That happens. It's part of the game. You know, yada yada. Exactly what it is. It's like that. It's fine. It happens. He doesn't seem to understand that. Hopefully, Nate, he will understand it eventually. But anyway, like I said, he's very good at the game. He's got great aim. As you've seen in a lot of the clips, he has amazing aim. And he listens really, really well. And the reason I mentioned that about all of them, on how well they listen, is because when we were playing Siege, they rely on me for strategy. Just like I rely on them for visual and audio. And, like, that's one of the bigger things with him, is he can hear damn near everything. That's why I said he has bad ears. He doesn't play anything else with us, so I can't talk on anything else. You know, he won't play any of the games with us, but he is trying to get Dead by Daylight, so might end up with some clips of all four of us playing that. Just, gotta wait. Alright, and now, to explain a little bit about myself. Now, as I said, I grew up with Sin. I said how I met Shattuck and how I met Nate. But anyway, see, I grew up with my older brother, and a few years, maybe 7, 8 years after I was born, my little brother was born. And, and then a few years after him was my little sister. Actually, 3 years ago, my little sister was born. So, I have 3 siblings. Pretty interesting living with 3 siblings. It's not easy, and it's sure as hell not quiet, but wouldn't trade it for the world. But, you know, times are tough for everybody right now. not here to complain about that, but no, there's not much to talk about when it comes to me, but something interesting is that I have a girlfriend now. That's pretty neat. I don't even know how I did it, but I did it somehow. But enough about all of that. Let's talk about how I am with video games. When it comes to Siege, I like to talk about being a strategic thinker. That's one of my favorite parts about myself. I try to strategize for the entire team whenever I play that, so that they can focus more on actually playing. So like I'll put together our team comps, who's playing who, who's doing what, and I'm not exactly skilled at the game. I have my moments where I do pretty good, but overall I'm not very good. When it comes to Dead by Daylight, I've only recently gotten into the whole looping bit. I'm really good when it comes to generators, really bad when it comes to looping, but it's fun anyways. When it comes to Helldivers, I am a nuisance. I really like to shoot at Shattuck and Sin. It's fun. I like scaring people. That's another big thing about me. I like to scare people. We've always assumed that that's because I was born in October.
Seems you're reaching your limit.
Spooky month and all that. But I care a lot about my friends, and if they have an issue, I don't mind helping them talk through it. If someone has an issue with them, I don't mind dealing with that. However, that needs to be dealt with. But overall, I like to avoid confrontation. I don't like fighting with people. I don't like arguments, but when it comes down to it, if it's necessary, I will have an argument. I try to avoid letting anyone's opinions go unnoticed. And yes, Sin, I know I make a bunch of jokes about your opinions not mattering, but mattering. You get what I'm saying. That's always a joke. You know it's a joke. But overall, my friends are some of the greatest people that I know, and no matter what happens in my life, no matter how stressed I am, I will not ever try and make them feel like they don't matter or like I don't need them, because that is not true. If I did not have them, I'd be in an asylum, prison, or a ditch somewhere. And for everyone that watches these videos, I thank you with every fiber of my being. You make any of this worthwhile, because if nobody watched these videos, I would have stopped a long time ago. But somebody does, and I hope somebody gets some amount of enjoyment from it. But hopefully on the next milestone that we reach, I can I'll be able to say that I have a PC or a webcam or something to where I could do like a face reveal or something. That'd be pretty neat. But until then, you just have to deal with this annoying ass voice, because that's all I got. But thank you all. I love you all. I hope that your lives are going well, and if not, I hope they get better. I wish nothing but the best for every single one of you. Now, as always, accept the past, Live today. Roll tomorrow. Love you all. Goodbye.